Welcome back to the shop. Well, I haven't tested my little dish, my little shrinking stump dish yet, but I think I'm going to swap ends on it and lay out the pattern for the next dish. I think I'm going only for 2. I think I'm going to do a smaller one here that runs out to the end, and I'm going to leave the center as a anvil section. Well, I think that's the good start to the roughing out phase. It's going to be a lot of work. I could use the chainsaw tool, but it's nighttime. I don't want to make the mess. So I think I'm just going to keep chipping away at it with the chisel and the mallet. Dig it out a bit. Get at it tomorrow with the grinder. Welcome back to the shop. It's a rare thing in Washington in the winter, sometimes even in the summer. A sunny day in January. This is the work area where I'm going to be chewing out the second of my dishes on my shrinking stump. So we'll put it onto time lapse and come back. Well, that's the initial gouging out with the chainsaw. I'm going to finish it up a little bit with some of the chisel work. And then we're going after it with 40 grit flap disc. And see what that does. So we'll go back to time lapse. Okay, well, as best I can do. Some limitations with the grinder and having a guard on it, but I think I can work with this with some hand sanding. But I think I'm gonna live with it, possibly come down a little bit more with the groove in the middle there. Now that I noticed that, I might come back here for a split second. Well, it is by no means perfect, but almost everybody will say that going for perfection is something that will stop you from completing a project. So I'm going to call this good for now and see if the oiled linseed oil will hide any of the imperfections. I doubt it, but it certainly looks nice when you put it on. Especially if you've got a new, softer brush than the previous one. And there we go. I think I'm going to touch up the other one too, but first a rag. Well, that's it for the video for the shrinking stump. It's back in the shop. It's drying out. It's been one of those mornings where I've created a lot of dust and a bit of noise and probably pissed off the neighbors, but not too worried about that. We actually have a fair amount of privacy in our home, so it's not like my construction noise is a complete disaster for them. Anyway, thanks for coming to the shop. Really appreciate the fact that you watched this video, all two of you, and look forward to seeing you on the next time when we get the metal actually shrinking out. Stick a hammer and some metal into it and see what happens. Anyway, good talking to you. Thanks very much for coming by. Hope you have an opportunity to subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Thanks. Bye.